Just to start, man, when talking with Coach Leonard, it felt like Alex Smith was a game-time decision. When did you find out you were going to be a starting role and play a major role in the game?
I kind of knew like the whole week because we knew Alex was if like kind of a game time decision, but like my worry was that I was going to be starting the whole week kind of. So that's when I found out. I found out at the beginning of the week, and I knew kind of had to be prepared to go out there and play ball.
For you, does your preparation change at all, or is it just still like?
No, sir. My preparation stays the same. Like everything in my film watching, my notes that I take, everything stays the same for me because I don't want to switch my process just because I'm the starter guy. I'm going to always prepare as if I'm starting, as if I'm going to be the first one out there. So that's always important to me.
Curious what you've learned about your preparation, having some time in the program now. What have you how has that changed at all in terms of just kind of learning and becoming, integrating yourself into the college game?
Yeah, so last year, like I played limited snaps, so that really gave me a chance to kind of make my mistakes there, learn the defense and all the part. But now I feel like I just know so much more. I'm confident out there. I know my calls. I know what communication is. I feel like that could just help me apply calls to film and be able to know what to expect in this situation and stuff like that. So I think really me kind of knowing the playbook a lot more prepared me for where I am at now in terms of my preparation.
And a lot of guys talk about that kind of having a grasp of the playbook over their time in the program. How does that translate to the field? Is it just kind of playing faster, playing free?
Yeah, that's the biggest thing about it. Just kind of knowing what you do, knowing what you have to do, not having to think, really just going out there really fast, physical, and confident, and just not thinking about what you have to do, just focusing on making plays, focusing on your assignments, and just kind of playing ball.
On Saturday, we were out there a ton. Just overall, how would you assess your play? How you thought you did?
Oh, it was first of all, it was really fun just to be out there, be one of the first guys out there, and just to be out there and play ball. And I think I played really well. You know, I still have some. That was my first start. A little nervous at first, not gonna lie, but kind of I know what things I have to work on coming to this next week, and I'm gonna continue to work on that. And yeah, just keep playing ball. And that was fun though.
Nick Kervick and a couple guys talked about some of the jitters, having new guys on the defense. How quick do you kind of shake those off, those nerves? Is it quick or is it still some time?
It was some time. Definitely after, I'm not gonna lie, the first drive I was a little bit nervous, but after the first drive, the jitters began to shake off, and then you have like kind of pep talk yourself. All right, this is football. Let's calm down. Let's play ball. Do what you do. So the guys were right to be nervous. There's a lot of new faces on the defense, but I think we handled it very well. And as you can see, we got the shutout. And just gonna look forward to try to put up another effort like that again this week.
Yeah, I was gonna say Illinois State, they were able to move the ball pretty well those first couple drives. Was that just kind of a product of the jitters, or would you say there was some things to clean up?
Yeah, I think it was a part of the jitters. Illinois State had a new offensive coordinator, so we were watching film from old tape. You know, we weren't really 100% knowing what to expect. It was kind of like a chess match, a guessing game. But I think that was kind of part of the jitters as well. You know, guys getting used to finally like being really competitive, getting hit out there, like making tackles. So I think that was the first part. But as like the game went further in, we got more details, we got more locked in, and was able to make like key stops and stuff like that.
They had a few big plays in the passing game, but are those, when you look back at the film, are those correctable mistakes or?
Yeah, most definitely correctable mistakes because it wasn't from a scheme point or anything like we got schemed up. It was just more of like a technique point from the passes that we did give up. So just being more technical sound and just focusing on the details in our technique, and those were easily be eliminated.
And Nick also talked about kind of tackling being not necessarily an issue, but something you guys want to clean up as well from Saturday. Is that just something that happens over time, or is it something that you expect to be more polished over time?
Yeah, most definitely. We definitely do need to clean up tackle. You know, we have to be better in space because, you know, especially with this week coming up, Washington State's like to throw a lot to the receivers, get them in space, kind of make guys miss. So we're going to be better with tackling this week. I think that's just like you said, a thing with the jitters and stuff like that, getting used to being competitive mode, tackling guys, bringing them to the ground. So I think that was our first week, and we're definitely going to clean it up as we go through the season.
Being a guy who's stepping up into a much larger role this year, who are some guys who've not been mentors who you've spoken with to kind of guide you, or who some guys have helped you out?
Everybody in the DB room, honestly, guys like, you know, Alex has been hurt for the majority of camp, but Alex is a great mentor. He's been in my ear about everything as far as technique and just helping me. Cedric Dort, Jay Shaw, Justin Clark, even though he's also been hurt, but they've been teaching me a lot from day one. They all took me under their wing. They all helped me, and they all accepted me, and they just helped me daily.
Yeah, all the transfers, they played a ton of football, college level. What is it like having that experience at that level, and what have you taken away from them? What have you learned from them?
Just all of them bringing that veteran savviness. Like, they all know what to expect. They're great with their leverage. They're great with keys from the receiver. Like Jay Shaw always tells me, like, we talk ball 24/7, watch film together, and we always talk about pass off notes from one each other. So kind of just getting that knowledge from them all the time, because with how much football they play, it's a big boost for me.
So would you say you guys are close? You guys are a tight-knit group?
Yeah, I would say we're definitely a tight-knit group. You know, with them coming in at first, we didn't know how things were going to be, but we're a tight-knit group. Those guys were accepted by us really fast, and we're just all like a big family in the defensive back room.
And apologize, want to ask about some of the big plays given up again. When you going back to the sideline after a drive where you guys give up a 30-yard completion or a 20-yard completion, is there any, you guys come together as a group after that, or is there anything you guys talk about?
Of course. We come down, sit on the bench. Hey, everybody, no matter. We got off the field. Let's play ball. We're going to give up plays. Sometimes things are going to happen. We all know that when we play this game. So everybody, it's no down energy on the sideline. Say, hey, keep playing. Let's go. We're good. No worries. Play the next play. Play the next drive.
And I'm just curious, are there coming off a year where you guys had the top defense in the nation, are there any team goals you guys have in terms of what you guys could be as a defense?
Yeah, obviously, you know, like, we don't want it to be no downfall. Kind of that group last year set a perfect example of what we want to be. We want to keep that dominance. We want to keep those performances. Obviously, we're shooting for that #1 goal this year. You know, like, so the pressure is on us, and we accept those challenges, and we want to